Hi, and welcome back to our four-part series of how to get your marketing from scattered to strategic. This is our fourth part where we make it work like a real business and not just a passive income. So, the first part of this topic is all about SOPs, templates, and workflows. I mean, let's be honest, you have done all these work, done the research, everything by yourself. Now, in future, you have to delegate it to someone, or you might have new team members. How are you planning to tell them what the brand sounds like and make sure that they get the correct amount of results like you did for yourself, right? How do you expect to go on a vacation and no one bothers you and the work is flowing smoothly behind your back, right? You need your SOPs and templates. And that's exactly how you make your business work like a real business. So, one of the few apps that I like to use to get all my SOPs and templates done is Notion because everyone knows about Notion, everyone uses Notion, and I do have a software for myself where I have put my course and which is called Cool Mary, where the Seen and Sold my marketing and sales strategy builder course is uploaded. But a lot of people might not understand that or get it, which is exactly why I have all my templates and SOPs built for my course on Notion so that everyone can use it. And whenever I need to make some changes or upgrade the templates, I can do that very easily without having to tell everyone who has bought my course that, this is a new thing, take it, this is a new thing. No. So that's why Notion works very well for me. Now, in Notion, there are ready made templates available which you can use. There are also paid templates, and I have a fair share of free templates, bot templates, and templates that I've made for myself, which I use and I share it with my clients as well. Now, apart from that, the one thing that helps a lot is our Google Docs and Drive. So, Drive is very easy for me to share all these templates, and Google Doc helps while I am in a consultation call with a client and we need to put all the stuff down wherein I'm writing things which can be shared to them, and it gets very easy. So I hope all of you have a decent knowledge about Notion and Google Drive and all these stuff. So yeah, so start building your SOPs. Now every business operates in a different way, therefore their SOPs and templates will also be in a different way. Now, one of the things that I use is a client portal, and here you can see that all the touch points of the entire program Seen and Sold that I have, these are the touch points that we cover. And based on that, these are separate small templates which you open, so have the has the gist of whatever that particular topic contains, or whatever that particular touch point contains. And this alone works for all of my clients and all of the people who have bought Seen and Sold from me to help navigate everything here. Now I have had so many clients who have given away this template itself, the link of this template, to their new team member or the other agencies that they are delegated, just for them to go through it and understand how their brand works, right? So you can do the same thing for yourself, wherein you can build in your own templates on Notion so that it helps even people that you hire or get your work done from understand your brand. Now, how do you make people who have just seen you to people who are paying you, right? And here comes my favorite thing that I have done so much and has helped me in my business is nurturing content. So just to give you my example, whenever a lead opts in to come on a call with me, the first thing that happens from my side is they get the thank you message and email, they get the details of the call, then they get a process explainer video, then they get a small mini free kit that I share with them just for their reference. Then they get all my social media links for them to follow and subscribe onto. And then later there goes a message asking them their social media or their work or just a small gist so that I can be prepared before I go on a call with them. Now, this can be done for mostly service based businesses who need to get on a sales call, right? But it's not like this is the only thing that's available. Even product based brands can do this. This you can do by sending away newsletters or like telling them, oh, see, a discount is coming. Now when you do this, the audience thinks that, oh, I am being heard. I think that they are trying to know me. And at the end of the day, we humans want the same thing. We want a connection. We want people to know us, to understand us. And that's exactly what nurturing content does. Now, let's say if there is someone who did not buy from me in that moment, what happens is in the course of 3 4 months, and I am living proof of this, that in the course of 3 4 months they would watch my content, they would see me talk about things, explain my expertise and tell about all these stuff, and they opt in to get on a call with me again in order to buy my product. So I don't simply get a lead and leave them if they don't pay me in the first go. I keep them in the loop, and with that, maybe not now because that person was not ready to buy from you right now, but they can be ready after few months. So why leave a potential client when you have already paid in the advertisement to acquire those? I mean, your money is important and you need to make the utmost utilization of it. I guess we all know the term ROI, right? So why not optimize our ROI, the investment that we have made, get good amount of results out of it? Yeah. Now, how to start selling so that you don't come off as needy and salesy. Now, for this, I have just one tip for you, and make sure that you absorb it because there is nothing else that you can do about this one particular topic. You just have one choice, which is remember that the product or service that you have, that you are offering, is going to solve a problem of theirs or is going to elevate a benefit for them, which means you have the leverage, not them. So, when you are actually selling your product or service, if someone pays you or someone is in the position to pay you, it does not mean that they owe you that payment, that they're lending you that money. No, no, they are getting a possible solution, a possible benefit, a possible upliftment out of the thing that you have to offer, for which they are exchanging money. They're exchanging money for their own happiness. So if you can simply just absorb this one idea that the leverage is in your hands because you are providing the benefit, the solution to them, for which they are exchanging their money in order to get the solution, in order to get the benefit. If you can just simply absorb this idea, your sales will become natural. You will never feel salesy again. Make the benefit of the leverage that you have in your hand. The only thing that they have to offer you is money. The thing that you have to offer them is their happiness, is a solution to the problem, it's a benefit to an issue. So think about it and understand the amount of leverage that you have. And once you do this, you will no longer feel unnatural in sales calls or unnatural while selling your product. Ki, oh my god, I'm asking their money. Don't stop thinking about this. Okay, just stop. And now, to make your business run like a real business, make sure that you are able to run your business even without you. Now what do I mean by that is, if you take a vacation, you're able to go on a vacation, enjoy the vacation, and not look back at your business, and that business generates money for you even when you're on a break. That's exactly what a business is. We are not employees over here, we are business people. So, what happens here is that you use automations. Now, if you're in the initial stage, let me tell you that it is not necessary that you have automations right away from the beginning stages. Okay, I used to manually send all these nurturing messages and emails and manually, like, send one newsletter to everyone before I bought automations, because automation does cost you some money. And I'm not saying spending money is wrong. I am a big believer in spending money in getting your life easy. But I believe that in the initial stages you do need to do things by yourself a little, so that when you eventually step up your business and get the automations, get the fancy stuff, it feels like you have earned it. That's one. And second is, building these things takes time. Like getting a software, getting the automations done is going to take times. And I don't want you to stop your implementation just because things are not done yet, right? As I say, and I guess you might have heard me say a lot of times in my earlier content, that make it exist first, then make it better. So by sending all these messages and emails manually before getting all the automations done, I made it exist first. I ran my ads and started selling my product, and didn't wait for the fancy better stuff, because I made it exist. I made it work there. And that's only when I got my first client is when I paid for the automations and paid for all the software. Earlier, I used to do all this thing manually, right? So now, one way it felt like I have earned it, and the second way is it didn't stop me from going out there and being there in the market just because I didn't have the fancy stuff ready already. I know that we went ahead and talked more things than simply marketing strategies. We talked about productivity, mindset, but just know that all these things go hand in hand. All these things are important in order to get everything strategic. And with this, we end our 4-part series of getting our marketing from scattered to strategic. Let's backtrack everything that we did under this series. First, we talked about how to get our shit together, wherein you get everything organized and remove all the things that are not required. And we did a little mindset shift in that. Second, we got clarity of knowing who are we talking to exactly, because clarity is everything in marketing. You can spend 2 months in understanding the audience and researching and everything, and that itself will help you in future to create content just like that, create your marketing campaigns just like that. That's why knowing everything, clarity is the most important thing. The third thing that we spoke about is how to be seen so that our product or service sells. Because we are doing all these for, at the end of the day, to get our products sold, to get our services sold, to get seen out there and earn our money out of it. Right? So we talked about what to do in that, what not to do, and how to structure our content, how to structure our nurturing content, and why reels is not the only thing that you need to worry about. You need to see that what your audience understands, what it is that your audience requires, and then go out there and spend money on your marketing or put efforts in your marketing. And the last thing that we talked about is how to make it work like a real business with workflows, SOPs, and templates, and not simply have everything just scattered. Because that's exactly what the series was about. That get your marketing from scattered to strategic. And we all know that without SOPs, without workflows, without having everything jot down in a good document, you cannot have a non scattered strategy. And I hope this helps. I'll see you in the next one.